It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Saints and the Panthers. Next on Madden NFL.
Well, the second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wildcard Weekend here on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Shotgun now for Carr. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The quick feet by Jackson. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
2nd and a couple.
Here we go, set. Ready?
Once again, it's Brooks. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ready. Ready. Ready.
Young off the play fake. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. But Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
Go. Put.
Young going to give to Brooks. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Brooks, a 23-yard run. And the Panthers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point forthcoming. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. I let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set, cut.
Following the interception, Young.
He completes this one to Mingo.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Panthers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Card out of throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James.
And got his man complete. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either call pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost.
Eddie Pinheiro on now.
This a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Young. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready?
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Downfield. Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still 2nd down.
Now here's Young. Eluding the pressure right. Still going inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
Flushed out right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. The try here for the extra point. And it's 21-3. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Bryce Young who finished things off with a touchdown run. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now he's loose at the 40. Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Offense.
Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
What now?
From the gun, it's Carr.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Third and 3.
Now Carr.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
21-3 is your score after 1. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Now Carr. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now Carr again.
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Throwing now is Carr.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Carr to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. Call it a gain of a yard, and 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 7.
He'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here we go. Punt, punt.
It's Young off play action. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Drew Sanders drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Well, here's Joseph Charlton now.
Standing right on his own 5-yard line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. With it is Jackson. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
He's got it at the 15.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Set, ready. Striker, 3-3. Set, cut.
Off the play fake, Young. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Carr. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw is Carr.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, Jackson.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Young working out of the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Jamison Williams
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. The quick slant caught. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Richie James from 3 yards out.
And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that will cut the lead down to 15. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Ready?
To throw, Young. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Looking to throw, Young. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10.
At their own 16.
He'll start with a give to Kamara.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Carr. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Carr going to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Here's Jackson. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go.
Here's a handoff to Brooks running left. Down to about the 45.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line. They'll hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Escaping the pressure right.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
3rd down, Young from the gun.
That's pulled in by Brooks.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd down and 8.
Carr now to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 10 yards, good for his Saints. 1st down. Now Carr.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. To throw, it's Carr. Incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Carr.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On third down, here's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now Carr.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Throwing now is Carr. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. Kamara on fourth and goal, unable to get in. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Second and 6.
Down.
Young now. Steps away.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Carr to throw.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Operating from the gun, Carr. And it'll be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Running the toss to Brooks here. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run here with Brooks. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Here we go. Set.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Marshawn Lattimore finding his way behind the line and to the football. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Ready.
They'll try to throw now. Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Let's go now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one complete to again. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Now Young. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Brooks. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Carolina scores to cap it off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. On play action. Now Carr. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. To throw his Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's third down.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Kayvon Thibodeau drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down. Now Carr, gotta have this one. And that is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Set, ready.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Credit Brian Brzee in there to greet him and drop him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Ready.
On the handoff, this is Brooks. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Ready, right.
That's good for a Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Set.
Here's a handoff to Brooks.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Brooks.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Once again, it's Brooks. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Ready.
Brooks.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And this one is right through.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And able to get this out to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.